So this is a quick video on trading, which is going to be the main focus of this channel. I basically want to do just a reminder and then maybe some basic points. Number one, to remind you, when it comes to trading, I know it also sounds glamorous. People actually think it's some magical sort of science, but it couldn't be farther from the truth. In all honesty, you don't need a degree to do this. I'm not trying to tell you this is a quick rich scheme. The real problem with trading, or I guess the real challenge, I should say, psychology is really the real problem, because greed will actually slow you down and take away your profits. It's really easy to make money trading, but it's also extremely easy, and sometimes it feels like it's a lot easier to lose money. But in essence, if you want to learn how to trade, I would say the less money you start with, the better it will be for you, because that way you're not going to worry about maybe needing the money, actually not make emotional decisions with it. But reading the chart, at least for me, is the easy part. So it's mostly the psychology. So trading is a journey, in my opinion. It's a skill, and you can take that with you. You can hold it for a lifetime. So this is going to be a short video, but I just want to, I guess, hammer the point where it's going to be about time frames, right? Everybody likes to, sometimes they take a look at price action and they think, okay, what's going on? You look at the 30-minute chart and it's just a mess. This is just a humble reminder to actually make a point that time frames are the most important thing. The higher amounts of profits are actually made in the higher time frames, in my experience. Why? Because it's cleaner. You take a look at the 30-minute chart that we're looking at right now, and it's just choppy, it's a mess. And this is just a 30-minute chart. Even if you go into the 1 hour, it's still choppy, it's still messy. I'll dive a little bit in depth in later videos regarding market structure, but go up to the 4 hours and then it gets easier. Once you start recognizing market structure, then you tend to be able to see what the market's going to do at that point. And I want to start looking at this, no indicators, no nothing, because if you don't know how to read it, if you don't know how to read price action on a chart without indicators, then you probably shouldn't be using them, because you shouldn't just rely on them. They are tools, but you shouldn't just rely on them. So, to me, it's just basically a light bulb moment. As a reminder, just stop wasting your time on the lower time frames. The real money is just made on the higher time frames. I usually use either the daily or even the weekly charts. Why? Because they are cleaner to look at. And this is the Bitcoin chart. If you look at this and you wait for candle closure, and guess what? It's a lot easier to read exactly what the market's going to do. We're going to get in depth in later videos on what to look for in candles, but price action is a lot easier if you can read it this way. And you'll probably make the most money if you actually know how to read candles. And just a quick disclaimer, this is not financial advice of any sort. This is just my opinion of a random guy on the internet. So, timing is everything with these, and the charts will always give you an edge. You basically use the higher time frames around the weekly to actually know where the market's headed, okay? And then if you want to take a trade, you would go into the lower time frames to find your entries. It's exactly what you're going to do. You only find your entries here. That's all it is. Focus on the higher time frames. when it comes to your strategy, and use the lower time frames for execution. And this is how you can actually succeed in this market. No matter what you do, you take out the noise, you take out the confusion on the lower time frames. Like here on the 1 hour, you're basically chopping on a range sideways, consolidating price action. So this is how you can be more accurate. Okay, that's all it is. You don't need to stress out during your trades. So when in doubt, zoom out. See you in the next one.